So in this short video, we're going to show you a very quick example of how you can automate a process with customer information and orchestrate that process between Salesforce and Box. We're going to use Nintex as the platform in this particular video on how to do that. So I want to give you a quick introduction to the platform, and hopefully this will kind of set the stage for what you're going to see in this process that we automate. So in any organization, there are a lot of different systems of record that the organization has in their stack. So different places that you're storing information, customer data, document repositories, lots of systems of record that you have. And what Nintex does is it really sits in the middle of those platforms and helps orchestrate a process. And what we're going to show you today is how we can go out and do that. There's a tool here to help map those processes, and then more specifically what you're going to witness is a Nintex form that will work on the desktop or mobile device and help orchestrate the workflow to send information into a system of record like Salesforce, also generate a document, even send it out for signature if we want. And then there's even analytics to be able to wrap all around that. So what I'm going to show you here today is a form that I built for UPS called the Customer Profile Submission Form. This is a Nintex form. And what we want to do is we want to be able to fill out this form and have the data go directly into Salesforce, the document go into Box, and that way, as a seller out in the field, you can leverage this form on your tablet, on your phone, even on the desktop, as well as you're going to see right here. So let's say we've got XYZ Corporation that you're getting ready to do some business with. They're located at 421 Jump Street in Atlanta, Georgia. Put in some information in here. Put in the zip code here. What segment are they in? Let's say it's enterprise, industry, financial, subsidiary, let's say banking. And then let's put a logo on here. So I'm going to grab an image from a desktop here. We'll grab our Nintex logo and we're going to leverage that. Scroll down the page just a little bit. Who are going to be the contacts? So let's say Mr. Leroy Brown and DB Cooper are going to be the contacts. And all these fields that I'm filling out here, you at UPS are going to be able to determine exactly what fields you want to have. We've just set this up in this certain way here. So let's say Leroy Brown is the individual. He's a manager role. So don't get too caught up in what individual information is being contained in here. Just know that you're capturing some type of information in here, and you're going to use this in the database of record. So we'll go through here. Maybe you want to put some revenue information, whatever information you want to capture. Let's go in here and put the summary of the relationship, talking points here, all that information. And ultimately, what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit submit. The form that you just filled out, whether it's on your mobile device, tablet, or desktop, all that data is now going to be communicated into two different places. And we're trying to make this easy for you in the field to be able to communicate this information. Now, you could have even had the actual client fill out that information for you on your behalf. And what's going to happen is once that form is processed, we're going to create the record in Salesforce, and we're also going to create a document directly here within Box, so that as you as the seller, you don't have to do hardly any work here other than input the data. You don't have to go and log into Salesforce and put it in. So there's the data, just showed up, XYZ Corporation. We can open this up and now see that we have a record, and we can go in and see the details of the record. So account owner, Leroy Brown, billing address right here, and I think we'll have some additional information in here as well. And you can choose, again, to add whatever you want. So basic information that's in there. If you want, you can have the contact and the opportunity. We can populate all those fields and all those kind of objects within Salesforce. Also on the Box side, I have 3 files that are out here. We'll go ahead and update this. We should have a 4th file that shows up here in just a second. What we're doing with the workflow here and orchestrating the process, we're actually generating the document for you. The workflow is going to handle that, so that you as the seller can just fill out the form, input the information, the quote, the master services agreement, the non-disclosure agreement, whatever form or document is going to be requested or generated, that will happen via the workflow. It's really, really nice to be able to do that. So there's the new document was just added, XYZ Corporation. I'll go ahead and open that document up, and we can see the output of what the workflow did when it went to create this. So here we'll click on that, and we'll open that document up. It was in a Word document as a template to start with, and the workflow took this and created a new Word document, and it put all the information in it for you. So that way, if you have these templates that you keep on your desktop where you go and you type in XYZ Corporation and the address, and you click off on those boxes on who's in there, and you use these fields, all this stuff was populated from that form, the data that was there. So really, really handy to be able to auto-populate all the information. We even put the logo up there as well. Remember that Nintex logo I grabbed? It put it in there. So that way, it takes a lot of the effort of you having to do this. It does it for you. And we could even convert this to a PDF for you in the workflow, send it to the client, have them sign it with DocuSign or Adobe Sign, whatever you need to use there. And you could even email it around as well. So you'll see here, I just got an email that showed up in the background, and I now have this email that was generated because the form was filled out. We could click right here and open that document from the email, so your client can be able to see that. So that's clicking it right there. Document opens up. And you can also complete a task as well. So I can open this up, and you'll see that a task was assigned via the workflow. Because that person filled out the item, the task was sent out. So here we're supposed to review the customer profile and review it and approve it. So we click right there. That opens up the document you just saw, and all you have to do is hit submit, saying, yes, I went in, I reviewed it, looks good. From here, it can even send out multiple other tasks, which is what I've told the workflow to do. So if you've got to go through a redlining process because you've generated that document and you need multiple people to approve that document before it goes out, you can do that as well. So what you're going to see here is this person was assigned the task, they completed that task, they just click submit. Here comes another task right behind it. So this is your second level task. That person opens it up, looks at the document, they make changes to it if they need it. Click on the task form here, and the second person is going to be able to approve it. So now they can come in and say, hey, I'm going to assign it to the previous person. Right here, you'll see that it's just whatever the previous role was because I need more changes made, or maybe those changes look great, and you'll just say, hey, it looks good, I've reviewed it, hit submit. And it's going to send it off to another individual for approval. So whatever your internal process is, sending these documents back and forth for approval, that kind of redlining process can be fully automated. So that way individuals are getting assigned the tasks immediately. Hopefully they're completing them very quickly and moving right on to the next step. So really, really critical to be able to see all that. The other thing that's really nice about all this is you can get access to these tasks and get access to the forms on the mobile device as well. Now I'll show you this one just for kicks. The third task here, open that up. We'll see that task, the exact same thing. Go in and review the document, approve it, send it on to the next step. And I think I've got this set up for 4 or 5 of these, and you'll see additional people showing up in the reviewer status right there as you go and complete these tasks. Now what I'm going to do is also show you how you can do this on the mobile device, which is really handy. So if you're out in the field, you can take this Nintex app, UPS can rebrand it, put the UPS logo on there, call it the Sales app. You open up that Sales app and you're going to see all the tasks that are assigned to you. So if you or your manager is assigned a task to approve one of these items, you're going to see it right in the list here. And you can then come in and open that task up. You'll see your UPS logo, information. Do I want to approve that task, reject that task, maybe put a reason in there. You'll be able to see all that in here and have it available. The other thing is that form we filled out, we could even have access to it on the mobile device as well. So if I come down here, I've got the UPS form right here, customer profile. Come out and fill out that exact same form that you saw on the desktop. That's what you're witnessing right here on the mobile device. It's just that all the items are stacked on top of each other due to the fact that we don't have a lot of real estate on the screen because I'm on my phone. But if we were on a tablet, iPad, same exact thing, you'll be able to do this. And you get access to all these forms offline as well. So if you're not don't have a cell phone signal, not connected to the internet, you can still fill out these forms, and you can even fill them out partially, finish them later in here as well. So a lot of flexibility in what we're doing with this. And simply at the end of the day, we're orchestrating the process, leveraging this tool, super, super friendly way. So all the data lives in Salesforce. Tasks here, just orchestrate it back and forth. I won't get into the individual details of how we do this in the background, but it's all no code, drag and drop, super easy to do. So hopefully you like this individual form here that you can use to orchestrate your processes. This is just an example of one process around the customer profile submission, but essentially any type of form that you need to fill out, our tool allows you to build that form, orchestrate the workflow, tell it what you want to do, and then go from there.